Right, so on to Cloister then. We're almost done now. We've got 3 areas left to go. Cloister, the Archive, and then Horizon Point. So we're going to travel our way to Cloister. Marisol's going to want to speak to you. Blah, blah. Yep, fine, whatever. Okie dokie. Right, now, we are obviously quite close to the end and we haven't gotten enough stats yet to have speech all the way to 20. We actually need to level up 3 more times. When we go to 16, we'll get that to 18. 17, we'll get guns up to 16. And then level 18 will allow us to get our speech up to 20. So we need to level up 3 more times. We're about to level up again now. So the level 16 is not far away. But then we need to get 2 more levels before the end of the game. Which is, it's not too tough. All we do essentially is just do the missions for the order now. So where we went to the Undisputed Claim and did the missions for Auntie's Choice to get a bit of XP there, we're just going to go and do the 2 missions for the order and act like essentially we're trying to get the order to work with us. And well, I suppose you can have the order work with you, but you don't need to finish the game. And there's what I was talking about in terms of we're about to level up to 16. So there's 16, and then we'll take that one there. Oh, whatever. Now, straight away, we can get a mission here and just finish it. So speak to this person and just pick all the top stuff. And there we go. She'll want to talk somewhere private. And we'll just make our way out here. And we can essentially just finish this mission straight away. Just have to wait for Persephone here to hurry up. And believe it or not, this is not the longest amount of time we'll have to wait for someone on this planet. There we go. Top option, except for the one where you get the exclamation mark. And then obviously don't offer to kill the Lorius. He's here, so I'll come and speak to him. Okay. And he's gonna waffle on about these chapels that he wants you to go to. That is that's the collectible for this planet, for the trophy. So just say whatever, I'm on the case. Something else I want to discuss, and then you want to tell him about the spy, and he says he knows. And then top options all the way. There you go. And he'll give you the key to the plant. And he'll say, do us a favour, go and alter the sample while you're there. And we'll say, okay, no problem. And you just run in here. Again, XP just for using the key card. We're gonna use the computer first to get the sample. It'll come down the tube. And then put the sample in here. And then go and give it to Persephone. And that's that. She's still out the back, of course. Right. Here we go. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. And that's that done. Right. Now that we've done that, we can actually go up and take the missions for the order. The vicar's here who wants to speak to you. Just quickly, you know, whatever. You need to come and speak to Lodius Enola Craft. Message from Ruth. Top option. I can deal with that. And she's going to tell you, I need you to go and clear out all the cultists from Newton. So we'll offer to do that. Now, the cultists are normally always hostile. This is one of the, I think, 2 points of the game where they're not. For this mission, you can actually just speak to them and make your way through using speech, and the fact that we have the rift modulator. Yeah, what we're going to do here is come over this side, make a save because there's some enemies we're going to shoot down the bottom here. There he is. Kill the growler there, and then there's a few more. I swear there's another enemy. I think there's 3 of them. But can he see him? I'm going to drop down this side so that I don't get immediately destroyed by him. There we go. Knew he was there. Normally he runs out so he doesn't wait round that corner. So if you get the same situation I did there where he didn't come out for you, then obviously just give yourself a bit of space, you run back up the hill a little bit. Right, from here we're making our way all the way through. All the way through. I'll say this, the one downside to having the armour on that we've got on is 100% the fact that it is one of the slowest armours in the game. Like, it's so slow. You can get some more XP down there by just opening this rift for this guy. If you come and speak to this dude here, you can just open it up. Pretty sure you get some XP for using this one. You can also get the rift residue out of there, and if you want to go and grab the big bang gun, then you will also get the opportunity there. And if you move away, the rift will shut itself. There we go. Oh, I could have sworn you got XP for that. Maybe it's just a cool little thing you can do, whatever. Right, essentially where we're headed is over this bridge here. So, if you want to follow along the path until it cuts off and you can go across the bridge. It's because of the snow, it's actually so hard to keep track of the path. There we go. Right, so as you can see now we're on the path to the bridge. Now the bridge has, I think it has a thingy on it, what's it called, uranium, and that's why there is another way around. If for some reason you haven't been like following the guide exactly and you haven't gotten the shield, modulator, then obviously that would be a problem for you. One of the things we can do whilst we're here, and this will get you a little bit of help later on, is we can go and clear out Is this the right elevator? No, that's Ascension Conduit 3. That's the wrong one. There's we can clear out Spiraton on the way. We don't really need to, but actually, you know what? For the sake of time, I won't. But there's a location called Spiraton that you can go and clear out. And essentially, what it does, what clearing it out does, is it gives you access for the Order to come and help you retake make sure you're moving left to right here, because these things down the end will start shooting you from literally miles away. Okay, I'm going to use Niles to distract him because he was coming for me. I'm just avoiding the shots. There we go. Right. Essentially, yeah, you can clear out the location called Spiraton. It's actually, it's not this side of the bridge, it's this side of the bridge. It's over here. Pretty sure it's over there anyway. And you clear that out, and it will let you get help from the Order in clearing. But I think I did mention it earlier on, where the help is hit and miss at best, as quite often on very hard they get literally destroyed. Here you need to pop your shield and then get through there as fast as you can. Nice and easy. That's one of the chapels there if you're doing all of the collection stuff. Over there is like an Order base, so you don't want to go over there because you'll end up in a fight. Where we're going is over here, and then we're going to climb up the mountain, and we need to essentially go to that giant rift. But we're not going to be going to the rift just yet because, again, as I mentioned earlier on, we need some XP. So, and I want to ensure that I have enough XP before getting to the final stage of the game. So ideally, I'd like another level basically before I get to the archive, and that more or less guarantees that we're going to get the right amount. Now here, there's some spider drones that we're going to have to kill. So we're actually going to start shooting and try and find out. I think we just come out the snow, don't we, to be honest. I'm going to back up. And we obviously want to kill the drones before they get to us, otherwise we're dead. Because they obviously do have enough damage to just one hit you. And then we're going to run up the hill. And now there is a bunch of mantisaurs that we have to kill. So we're going to make another save here. There's some drones as well. And obviously we would like to not get murdered. We're just focusing on the drones first. We should get enough electricity going both ways in order to get a bunch of the other enemies at the same time. There you go. Right. you want to go through there and start looting all that stuff, you can do. We're going to continue on our merry way. And we're just making our way round because we want to make our way up to the rift. In order to do that, we're going to have to speak to the Order now, and this is the part where they won't be hostile. But it's also the part where you have to do some following. You have to follow this guy, and it just takes ages. So speak to this person. Tell him you've got the rift modulator device. Tell him you're not clear on how things work. And then you have to follow him. If you run off from him, he will assume you're running away. And he'll get everyone to start shooting at you. There's a lot of enemies in this area. So it's ideally you don't want to have to kill them all. Multiple reasons. One, you'll get hit a lot. You'll probably die. Two, you want to save as much ammo as you possibly can. So, yeah. Right. And as I say, you can choose to clear out the Spireton location before doing this. If you want to go the other way. Or, at any point before the archive, essentially. We're not going to the archive yet, but you can choose to clear that out for later on, but you don't have to. We're going to go into the archive without any help, and I'm going to show you how to clear out the archive without help, just in case you're on one of the runs where if you're on a run where you want the help, then that's how you do it. If you're on a run where you don't want the help, just follow what I do. And he just takes you all the way up to the rift. As you can see, though, it takes extremely long, doesn't it? And you just go and open up the rift, and now he's going to threaten you and say, oh, you need to give me the device. And you're just going to say, oh, I'll overload the device then. Unless you leave. And that's how you clear out Newton. He will now tell everybody to do one, essentially. And what we're going to do is run to the other side. That was close. I actually bounced off a bit of rift residue there. There we go. And unlock the fast travel for this area. There we go. Right. So now we can go back to Laplace's Gardens. And go and speak to the, the Laureate again. What we will do whilst we're here, actually, since we're out of Ender Machine now, is we will take this opportunity to quickly sell our junk and buy some more ammo. We won't need more short rounds, actually. Definitely won't need those. There we go. And we've convinced them to leave. Oh God, he pulled my headset out there. And she tells you about a satellite that's crashed on Eden. So now we have to go back to Eden, to the satellite. We've got level 17 here. Now actually, from this point, I'm super confident that we will have the XP in order to go and finish the game. But just in case, I'm still going to go to Eden and finish this. But we're basically nearly halfway to level 18, which is the level we need to be at to finish. So, like I say, I am super confident now that we will be able to finish, but we may as well finish the orders missions just in case. So we'll do that. Once you get to Eden, and also we'll do it because it just doesn't take long to do at all. Travel to the bridge that we crossed over earlier on in the game, like at the very start in the first episode, second episode. And then we're gonna run along. Be wary of mines here. And there's going to be some protectorate surrounding the crash satellite. So make a save here and I'll show you where you can go in order to avoid the protectorate altogether. So we're going to actually climb up the rocks here. And stick to the rocks all the way. All the way, and the satellite's actually just down below us there, as you can see. So in order to get down, you're going to come into the little gap here, drop down one, then over here, and you can just retrieve the data, and then immediately just fast travel straight back to the incognito. No need to interact with anyone, no need to fight anyone. Just literally sneak up the rocks, get the satellite data, back to the incognito, back to Cloister. Oh, missed me second jump there, that's fun. Now from here we're going to go hand in that mission. We'll speak to Ruth. And she will actually give us the opportunity to go and solve the like the dispute between Auntie's Choice and Auntie's Choice and the Order, and they'll come to like an agreement. But the agreement is only useful if you're going to clear out. If you're going to do the archive in a particular way. As essentially, if you don't do the archive in a particular way, there's one thing in the archive that you've got to do in order to actually go ahead with the agreement. And if we don't do a certain thing in the archive, basically the deal ends up off anyway. And it's faster to not do that thing in the archive, and it doesn't really affect us too much for how we would finish the game. So from this point now, I'm simply not going to bother, especially since I'm already level 18, which is the level I said we need to be at. So I'm simply just not going to bother doing any of that. But if you're like at a point now where you're like, oh, I need a bit of XP but not much, let's say you're still level 16 and you're like, oh, I could do it just a tiny bit to boost me and just make sure I have the right amount at the end of the game, then what you would want to do at this point is go and finish this one, an equitable arrangements, go and handle the negotiations. If you've copied everything I've done exactly, and you're obviously level 18, the same as I am now, then you can just go and get on with the rest of the game, essentially. So we're just going to go and just do the archive, basically. This one now, we're going to take Shrug It Off. What this does is, every single time combat starts, we just get 50% of our max health immediately as temporary health. but that temporary health actually lasts quite a while as well. So if you start combat and immediately kill your enemy, you've still got that 50% health. And if, like, 10, 20, 30 seconds to a minute later you start more combat, you'll end up with a absolute, like, almost full health again, twice over. So it's quite useful. Right, these are going to try and talk you out of trying to take the archive on your own. Obviously, we're not going to listen to that. What we are going to do is buy more shock rounds because we will need them. So we've got 4.5k shock rounds now. From here, what we're going to do, make our way up here to the left, duck down so none of the enemies over there see you. They probably won't anyway, to be honest, but you never know. Drop down here at the back. There's 2 enemies in the toilets with you, but they're no problem. If you want some extra items, come in here. There's a sprat in here. Don't shoot it, because obviously you'll alert all the enemies in the other room. But there's some thingies for you there. Right. Make a save. Because we aren't bothering to sneak through yet. Send Marisol down to that second guy, just so we can get a bit of damage on him. I could do with Niles not being stood in my way the entire time. That would help massively, to be honest. We can actually get a revive on Niles here, to be honest. On Niles, sorry. But that's how you see. You've just seen the temporary health in action again there, because we slightly jumped out the combat for a second while we were reviving Niles, and then all of a sudden we got more temporary health when we ended up going back into combat. If you want it, there's another way of getting good temporary health as well, which is there's actually a perk you can get where when you deal explosive damage. Did I pick that one up on this run? I didn't, so I don't think I did. There's a perk you can get where when you deal explosive damage, you actually get health. So that one's quite, that can be quite useful as well. Right, now here we have a bit of bother, because what we need to do is essentially kill everyone on the bridge. I have tried over and over and over again to sneak across this bridge. You can't, for what I can tell. So you essentially need to shoot everyone. Where you do get a slight bonus is, I'm pretty sure that the enemies don't run over here and climb up. What they do tend to do, though, is throw a shed load of grenades at you. So we're just going to peek out slightly. Our companions are probably going to get down there as well, by the way, so that's just something we're just going to accept will happen. Do not pull that lever, as all these guys will join the fight. I actually hope Niles does get down, because he's in my way. See all these guys here, but they, as far as I'm aware, they kind of get stuck. They won't run through that door, as far as I can tell. Oh, we're getting needed, we're getting needed, we're getting needed. That was close. What we can do from here is shoot the turret on the far side while we're here. Any grenades that get thrown, we just want to move back down the ramp while we're getting rid of this turret. Oh my god. Double need, really? This is also a really good point where you can do the, if you want to, you could kind of farm the grenade throw opportunity. Oh my god, really, bro? Oh my god! They have walked up behind us. They never do that. Oh my god, they never do that. That is so annoying. They never do. Right, we're going to have to go and clear these guys out first. They never ever do that. That is super annoying, man. So I've done this now literally about 5 times. And when I say the enemy have never walked up behind me there, I mean they have literally never walked up behind me. Come on, guy. He's still there. He's just hiding around the corner. Come on, brother. Right, let's ignore him for now. Hello. Oh, it's the turret, that's why. It doesn't matter. Right, let's get Marisol back. But essentially, the method stays the same. We are... Let's kill the guy throwing grenades, actually, if we can. Niles, stop getting in the way, please, pal. There's a guy just here. He keeps throwing grenades at us. Let's see if we can get him to come out this way. See if we can get him to come to us. That doesn't seem to be something that's happening. There's another turret in the centre of that room. We've got it. Oh, he's down there, that's why. Right, that is literally everybody dead. Like I say, normally it appears maybe it's... I don't think they would have changed something like this in the patch, but maybe. It's not exactly the most predictable game anyway. But like I say, in testing, every single time I had that fight there, and I did it like... Excuse me. I did it like 3 or 4 times. Obviously everyone on the bridge got alerted. Worth noting, there are 2 turrets there and 2 at the back. So every single time I did it, everyone on the bridge was alerted. But those people in that room were not. They just stayed there behind the glass. Pretty similar to at the start of the game. I think I said in the prologue about enemies not really tracking you when through glass, almost as though they can't see through the glass. Oh, come on, you can definitely climb that. Almost like they can't see through the glass. But in this instance there, that hasn't worked. But it is what it is. Here, just jump up. And then come over here and kill this guy. And it gives you the thing you need to access the archive. Use it on this. And that there, ladies and gentlemen, is us now officially into the archive. So, from here now, we've got about how long does this take? About 20 minutes or so. Yeah, roughly about that. But I'm just going to skip through all this. That it's really annoying, the archive. Okay, so one of the things you can do here is to they mentioned it slightly there during the conversation, is to turn on thermal processing, is it called? If you don't do that, then essentially when you use the archive, it burns down and gets destroyed, and there's nothing else you can do with it. However, you don't need to do it. It is optional. So if you don't restore thermal transfer, you can continue with the rest of the archive. So it's definitely something to bear in mind, should we say. Over here, if you have 14 hack or innovative, which is one of the reasons we picked innovative, you can stop the turrets from spawning in on the bridge. So definitely do that, because they only spawn when you get halfway down the bridge. So they will absolutely destroy you trying to get off the bridge, most likely. But we do have the innovative traits, so we don't need to worry about those. Now, what we are going to do here, you can sneak in this location, and you won't struggle to do it either. You just go down this way here, so you just essentially sneak down. Should we do it? We may as well do it. Well, we could do it. As you can see, all the guards there, blah, blah, blah. You can sneak. I'm going to shoot my way through. It's faster. And we have enough ammo. So, like I say, if you fancy it, you can sneak from this location. But obviously we can shoot as well. It's the robot that we need to get rid of more, to be honest. Once you've gotten rid of the robot, you can swap to your sniper then. Oh, I missed. There we go. And you can just... I can't believe that one missed. Right. Once you've killed all the enemies, make your way across. Climb on up. There is another enemy you can spawn through here, but I'm pretty sure when you shoot them from miles away, he just doesn't spawn. Comes from out there. But I'm almost, like I say, I'm almost certain when you shoot them from that far away, he just doesn't. There's one in here, the robot, one down there, and then there's normally one in there. Right. Now we need to get access to this room, but that woman has locked it, so you only use the Calcedeus here, or the Calceduceus, whatever it's called, the Calceduceus. And then come and speak to the doctor here. And you'll find out that she essentially was the one who froze everybody in the room. What you can do is actually let her get to the other side. This is quite funny, actually. We'll do this. So after you find out she was the person who froze everybody, you can actually let her go onto the other side and then activate the system. And she falls to her the same fate as what she left everyone else. Right, anyway, moving on with what we were doing. Right, this part is, for me, one of the tougher parts of the archive, if not the toughest part of the archive. You're gonna make a save here. We wanna essentially kill this guy because he will be in the way later on. Okay, now there's two guys in this room over here who also will get, well, there's three actually, because one will spawn when we start shooting, but they will also be in the way later on. So make another save, and we're going to kill these guys in here as well. So activate them, and then we're going to run away. Marisol, please. Weaken them all. She's told me where the other two are, thanks for that. Could have lightly done without the stun, but or the stumble from the stagger, sorry, from Niles there, but whatever, it's happened. Right. This guy left me any loot? No, he hasn't. You can send the gas over to the archive. We won't be using it, but it's a fun way of dealing with some of the enemies. Actually, you know what? We'll use it. Whatever, we'll use it. Right. So now that I'm thinking about it, actually, I think we more or less have to. We can shoot them, which is what I was going to do. It's quite fast to shoot them anyway, but just press this button. And it's going to freeze everybody in the room. And then jump scare here. There's a guy on the other side of the door. Right. What we're going to do, destroy that guy, save the game. And the reason why is, once we pull this lever, all of the mechs and robots are going to spawn in here, and the turrets, and ideally we don't want to fight them, so we have to wait for that to start. As soon as you get motion back, jump over here, sprint, down here, straight in the door. You're now safe from all the turrets, so you don't have to worry about the turrets anymore. One thing you do have to worry about is the enemies that come in on the other side, who we do want to kill. What we can do is get out of combat, and obviously our pals will spawn back in, and they should come down here with us as well. There we go. And now we can get their help in getting rid of the guys across the bridge. Now some of them will run across the bridge, so we need to be wary of that. The melee guys. It's not like an automatic reaction, but I have had them cross the bridge before, so keep an eye on it. She's getting shot by the turrets up there, by the way. That's why she keeps taking damage. Right. Once you've killed them all on the other side, make a save. Because what we're going to do now is run through. And two more enemies in a second are going to spawn in. So what we're going to do is run up here, enable the power, turn round, start the conveyor, and then come and jump back up here again. Now the reason I choose to start the conveyor is you can technically just sneak away now. Once the lift is down, you can sneak in. It's just very particular about the time. I think I've missed the timing. Yeah, he's turned around. So we're going to shoot them because I've mucked up the timing, essentially. So that guy's the only one who can be a problem to us. He climbs up, which is why he can be a problem to us. But if you have the ability, obviously Marisol will help us to just delete that dude. There you go. They're both gone. The turrets can start shooting you again from here, so just be aware of it. Another reason why you probably want to have the lift already here. If you hug the right hand side, then there's a box here. If the turrets are aggroed to you, they won't see you from there. And then you're going to come to here and make another save. This is the final bit now where we're going to shoot some enemies. So we're going to stand up here and just rain fire. You see now why I purchased more ammo. And all you got to do is back up to reload. And then, excuse me, bless me, pop back forwards. They tend to like hide behind the thing there. If they won't come back out, sometimes they will, they'll come out and go there. If they don't come back out, then you can wait until the combat just stops and then they'll just walk out for you. You can just revive Niles from here. Okay, I think both of the enemies now are just... Oh god, what a shot that is. To be honest, weirdly, they don't normally get that accurate with the grenades. That was an incredible shot. Okay. I wasn't reloading there, but whatever. This will just give us a chance to show them coming out of combat and just walking into harm's way. So we'll walk down because they'll see the bodies. Let them walk out. There you go. Once you've killed all the enemies, I recommend making a save here purely just in case you haven't killed all the enemies and you end up jumping down into them. Because their spawns down here are staggered. There's some already out and then there's some that come through the doors there, some that come through the doors over there. So I recommend making a save there just, literally just in case. But that, for me, that is probably the hardest part of the archive. Actually, I'm pretty sure we can fast travel out of here now. There we go. And like I say, if you want help from the Order and Anti-Choice, you have to go and do thermal transfer. So if you've gone and done the negotiation, you're like, well, I may as well take the help from them now. I've cleared out Spireton. I've done the negotiation. You have to go and you have to go and do the thermal storage. Excuse me. Right. But since we're not taking help from them, because we haven't even done the negotiation, we're just going to go back to the archive now. And it's going to give us 2 tasks. The little dots that you can see there, that's the sprat core. That's a sprat. It's like running around. Right. There we go. I'm going to be honest, it doesn't matter which one you do first. we're going to go and do punch card processing first. It doesn't matter. You can go back to them both at either point as well, so genuinely it doesn't matter. There are 2 enemies in this room. We're just going to kill them both, so just pop around the corner and start shooting. There you go. Right, so down there you got punch processing to the right. That's where we're going to go. We're fighting mantisaurs and mantidrones here. And actually, what would be a smart thing to do before we go and do this, knowing that we've got fighting to do, would be to ensure that we have enough ammo. Obviously, that would be smart. The drones here will shoot you with frost, so you're going to want to get that stun on them as fast as you can. There's sorry, the Mantipillars, the drone is at the top. Easy way to defeat the drone is to just aim at it straight away, start shooting, it'll get stunned, and then you'll get your kill. Don't need to do that because we've got the gun out. The drums perk will automatically reload our weapon that is active. Straight through here. The one on the left. Pull the lever. Okay. Make a save here because if you fall now, you're dead. So make a save, and we're just jumping onto this one on its way down. What you can do, if you can just about see it, there we go, is shoot the Mantipillar first. You can shoot it when you get down there. You probably won't die, but you know, it's always good to be safe, isn't it? There's another one on this side. This one tends to run away and get killed anyway, but why take a risk we don't have to take, you know what I mean? Right. Once on this side. I'm actually not sure what's shooting at. Oh, there's another one at the bottom. To be honest, I completely forgot there was one at the bottom. Activate this lever. And that's going to allow us to get through. Oh, God. Right. Reverse the rail direction at the bottom if you fall down, like I have. To be honest, I've never attempted to walk across that little shock thing before, so I wasn't actually sure if you were able to, so I thought I'd give it a try. I ended up falling down. Wait for the thing to come out of here, climb on it, and then we'll just go in here. Right, now obviously these lasers are on the way down, as you can see, so you want to pull this to reverse the direction that they go in, which gives you a bit more time. And essentially what you want to do is, the plates come out of here and go down there. You just want to be level with the plate, and then you'll make it. And then you want to stand here, because all the drones and the pillars will start shooting at you. So you're far enough forward here that you will not be getting hit by the thing behind you, but you're also far enough to the right that you won't just be getting absolutely slaughtered by all of the Mantipillars in here shooting at you. See what I mean? Which, you know, works in your favour if there's a point you can stand at where you basically won't get shot at. And that's this area done. And we've actually gone to level 19 now. Where is it? There we go. Skill points. We'll go for guns. Companions. Nah, let's give them Armorine. Why not? Make absolutely no difference, but whatever. No. No, we will go for that one. basically both useless, them two. Especially in this run, they're both useless in this run. Right. Now we're going to go and activate the reactor. Right. Enemies in here. There's 3. There's 2 up here with us and there's 1 on the stairs. So we're going to shoot guy number 1. Shoot guy number 2, who rushes us, and there's actually another guy coming up the stairs now, who will also be rushing us. There we go. All dead. As long as you shoot the guy on the left there first, you should be absolutely fine. The guy on the right here, this guy, has got a melee weapon, so he won't do anything. And then the guy who comes up the stairs has also got a melee weapon. So you just want to kill the guy on the left first, so that you don't end up getting shot at. Right, then we're going to go in here, and there's a bunch of fuses everywhere. If you have not used my build and you have Lucky Trait or Science 9, you can get another fuse there. I think this guy's got one on him. Is he? There's another one somewhere. Hang on, I'll find it now. So you've got emergency first aid cache. Don't need it. Reactor security turrets. Leave that one in. Otherwise the 2 turrets are going to get activated there and you don't want that. We want to also disable the reinforcements access, as that's the only way. That gives us a chance to get out of the chamber without getting obliterated. So we're going to take the fuse at the top, run down and put it in this one. Disable reinforcements access to reactor. Okay. Now, it won't stop all reinforcements, it's worth noting. But it does stop some. So we can now leave. And this lift is going to come and get us. And at the bottom now you can see that my temporary health is actually still there. So that's a good like little show of how long it takes the temporary damage to actually deplete all the way down. So if I was to start combat again right now, I'd be at full temporary health. Then I could hit my shield, so I'd essentially just have 3 health bars. So you can see how useful that one perk actually is. You've enabled punch processing, haven't we? So we can actually enable this, but you don't really need to enable it. You can make it across anyway. But there we go. We will take more ammo. You can also go in there if you want. And there's like a thing you can do there. Oh, sorry, you need to use the thermal. If you have done thermal processing, you can use this and it melts the thing so you can get in it. Right. On to an easy part if done correctly, a hard part if done wrong. So make a save before you go in, and essentially what we need to do is sneak in here and sneak up this ramp on the right. There are enemies at the back there as well, and there's also a guy up here behind us, but we're not too worried about that guy. As long as he doesn't see us, we're fine. Right. We're going to walk up here. We're going to come around the back just so that we know that that robot at the bottom can't see us. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to sneak up to the button, press the button, and then leg it as fast as we can out of the room. There's a guy right below us now. He's turned around, and the robot is also turned around. So we can now drop down here. And we're going to make a save. And we've actually got quite good time in here because the robot's about to turn. So we can sneak up. And because he's about to turn, what we'll be able to do here is shield, press the button, and hopefully run behind him. And we should just be able to make it straight out. Which we did. And then we're going to close that door and use the auto lock. There we go. Reactor's activated. If you want this little thing here, you can get it. Them two will get taken down in there anyway. Don't worry about them. Just exit here. And now, what you'd normally do here is... Come on. Come this way and through here. But obviously, we've killed everyone, so I'm actually just going to jump across and go straight through. It's a bit faster. Normally, you'd have to go back around the back where we went at the start. Right. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is essentially the archive almost done. And then they'll tell you that the personalities need to go. So you've got to go and sort that out. You're going to need the M-ray scanner now. Okay. And the reason you need it is to do these wires. If you want to unlock the safe, you need to follow the wires along. It's this one. And I think it's this one. Let me just double check that. Oh, no, it's this one, sorry. Right. And then, essentially, there's a little data pad here. You just got to pick your personality. It doesn't matter which one you pick, so just for the sake of it, we're going to pick blue this time. So you just have to shut off all of the other colours.
Start now, and I'll wait. You drive a hard bargain. I could process your data faster than the others. Easily.
What have I done here?
A charismatic mathematician would surely oppose this.
Oh, sorry, I've done it right on the other one.
Knew you'd come around.
No, wrong one.
Why? You don't want. Knew you'd come around.
There we go. Right, choosing the blue one. I just, again, my eyesight just tracked it wrong. So you pick whatever colour you want to make sure all three of that colour are activated. And then just reset it with only them three activated.
Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities successfully expunged. You have earned my deepest gratitude and sincerest thanks. Or at least a plausibly faint simulacrum of such emotions.
So you're going to go up here now, and they're going to give you one final warning to do thermal transfer if you want a thingy. But we're going to ignore that. Analyze the rift data, none of that matters, and he's going to analyze it and then melt down. Closing the rifts are our priority. And then we're going to make a save. When we exit, we have to obviously go back up Spiriton. 99.99999% sure. Oh, I haven't activated the lifts, so we're going to go out the Norway. When you go in here, if you run past thermal processing, you can go and activate all the lifts. I forgot that I didn't bother. So we're actually going to have to run back out the entrance. If you have finished the negotiation there, and the reason I saved was because I'd completely forgotten that I'd oh god. Oof. I'd completely forgotten that I didn't complete the negotiation on this run. If you complete the negotiation there, the order will, or anti-choice, depending on who you gave the archive to, will just appear after you've destroyed the archive essentially and analysed your data. They will just appear. Alright? If that happens and you tell them that you've destroyed it, whichever faction is there defending you will immediately become kill on sight. So they will try and kill you there and then you'll have to destroy them. So that's why you want to save there. But obviously I didn't go and do that, so obviously that's not an issue for me. But yeah, that is that. It's the second to last episode of the very hard run through. On the next one, we're going to be going to the reconstituted Horizon Point Station to finish the game. Like I said, make sure you got 20 speech before you get to this point. If you haven't got 20 speech now, then you need to go and do some more side missions and get 20 speech before you go to the station. Otherwise, you will have to take a quite tough fight at the end. But other than that, that is Cloister complete. That is the archive complete. Hopefully it's helped. If it has, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.